Hi everyone, and welcome to my 28th Trig Point walk. Today we're going to be walking to Iveshead. Today I'm with my son Henry, and well, he's basically going to keep me company today, and he's helping me out because I've got so much kit nowadays that I'm actually struggling to remember it all, so I've got to write a checklist now. Well, you basically park next to the path, get to the end of the path and you come to this road, you turn left and then right. So you're heading just down here. It looks like you head down towards this gated area, and just before you get to the gate, to number 64, you turn left down this footpath. And you head down here, and this should, by rights, bring you out into the country. Not long after coming down this path, you soon come out into open countryside. It's rather pleasant round here. Horses in the field. Not too sure what that building is over there, but you can see the horses, buttercups. And then when you get down here, I think the path bears to the right. You don't go into that field, I'm assuming. Yeah, so you just bear right here. Then when you come to the end here, you see another way marker, and you bear to the left, and you head straight on down. So you're heading down here, keeping to the edge of the field. Just a quick little change of our minds. We're going to go down this way, but there seems to be some interesting woods just down here looking at the map. So if we can get in here somewhere, don't think we can, but it's worth a try. So just going to check my map. Yeah, there should be a footpath leading down here somewhere. If we can get in here. But it looks very overgrown. Can't really see a lot around here. Oh, we can get in here. So we're going to take this path down here. This is a 7-mile circular walk. It's packed with stunning scenery, local history and some hidden gems. We're passing through Mellow Woods now, then we're going to go to Blackbrook Reservoir, and then we're going to eventually go to St Bernard's Abbey, Charnwood Forest Nature Reserve, and then we're going to finish off going to St Iveshead Trig Point. So let's go. After seeing the murky pond, we're heading through this buttercup filled field. Actually, it looks like somebody's actually been through here, whether it's people walking down here or an animal. We're going to follow this track and hopefully it will take us back onto the path that we need. There's hedges all the way around. Looks like we're lucky. The path takes us back, well, going this way, takes us back onto the path that I was going to come down. I was originally going to come down that path there to go around here, but it's nice seeing that little pond. Then eventually you'll come to this little gap in the hedge. You go through this gap, and this brings you onto Charlie Road. We're going to walk down there a little bit, and there should be a path on the right hand side that we go through, just near where that car is now. So we cross over, so on the same side as the oncoming traffic, purely for safety reasons. Then somewhere near this pole, this post, should be our entrance into the fields again. Then you walk down a little bit, and you can see the turning to the right hand side just up ahead, and you take the turning down there. So we just turn right down here and follow down here, and we should be going through Blackbrook Reservoir in a minute. Well, when I say in a minute, you know my minutes, probably about 10 minutes. Then we come up to this gate and we go through the gate, and we're literally minutes away from the reservoir. It's hard to believe that I've lived in Leicester. I know I've said this several times, but I've lived in Leicester most of my life, and there's places like this I didn't even know existed. Going to be a bit noisy. The rocks beneath our feet and at the side here are over 600 million years old, older than the dinosaurs. But I've actually slowed them down now, he's doing the map reading. So just over there is Blackbrook Reservoir that we should be crossing very shortly. Here we are at Blackbrook Reservoir. It was built in the late 17th century as part of the Charnwood waterworks system. Apart from it being windy, it's usually a peaceful spot around here, and sometimes you can spot heron or the odd kingfisher. I think we're going across the dam just here. Can't quite get a good shot of the dam, but it'd be a nice place to camp round there. Let's have a look at this side. Hey up, got the hen. Unfortunately, I don't think you're allowed to walk around there, because it would have been nice to head down there. Or it would have been nice to actually walk around the reservoir. But unfortunately we can't. But our next port of call will be St Bernard's Monastery. Along this path, once you've been over the Blackbrook Reservoir, you see another yellow way marker just up ahead. Once you go through here, again, it's an easy path to follow, straight down there. Then you come up to another swing gate, go through here, and you turn left. Up a hill. The buttercups definitely are out now. You can imagine some nice horses in that field. Like I say on many of my walks, you can't see how steep these hills are, but that's a good hill. But once you climbed up that hill, you get to the top, you turn right, you go past this gate, which looks like the most obvious place to walk by. Then walk through, follow this, and it brings you to another swing gate. Looks like Henry's beating me to it, and this takes you through Charlie Woods, I think. And you follow straight up here. Do you think we should go down there? It says private, no public right of way. But seriously, we go this way. Just over there is Drybrook Lodge Farm. So I'm assuming this is Drybrook Woods. I think we're climbing up quite a steep hill here. As you can see, actually with my new camera, I can add the elevation to it. So I'm going to see if I can work that one out. Probably find it's just flat. We're still heading up this hill. I think we're almost at the top. I'll mention where we go to when we get to the top in case I forget. I think we're just coming up to Oak Road. I can hear the traffic. Henry thinks we're getting closer, but he's got the map. So it's just coming out here now onto Oak Road. We turn right. Monastery, perfect, as if it's been planned. So we'll walk along Oak Road, and there should be a turn to the left here that takes us to the monastery. So we're going to turn left very shortly. I hear that they make their own beer here. That's a good sentence. I hear that they make their own beer here. Hopefully they've got it for sale. Nice view over the Leicestershire countryside. I think that actually takes you over to Nottinghamshire just over there. But I think we now turn left down here to Bernard's Abbey. So we turn left here. Looks like you can't enter after 7:30. So this is Bernard's Abbey. The end of the road here, well it's not actually the end of the road. The map tells us to follow to the left. Church and car park, shop, farm buildings. So farm, builder's yard and community kitchen. So heading down here. Not too sure actually what that is, apart from the statue. Can see if we can get this way. Actually, it looks like we can get this way. Just saw somebody walking down there. So this wall was built in 1953. Then we're heading down to St Bernard's Monastery, or Abbey. What an interesting find. Do you know what? I might actually see whether there's a trig point on here. Not a trig point, a benchmark. We're going to have a little sit down now. We're at our next stop now. We've reached St Bernard's Abbey, founded in 1835 by Ambrose Philip de Leicestershire. It's home to the Trappist monks who lived and prayed here in near silence. It's one of the few places in the UK where the way of life still exists. Henry was fascinated by the monks and the way that they brew the beer. We're going to see if we can actually get into the Abbey. Just going to have a little look around here. Don't think we can get in any of these. Now to find the shop where they brew their own beer. That'd be nice to have a beer with our pack up, with our little picnic. As you leave the monastery, you go through the car park, and I'm thinking it's straight through these gates. And you turn right, you pick up another yellow way marker. So you just squeeze through here and head down there. And I think our next port of call is Charlie's Nature Reserve. Now there's a bit of luck. The bell's going while we're actually there. Just hope it's being picked up on the camera. Then when we get to the top of the hill, you turn left through these gates. Henry's got the map, so he knows where we're going. And we'll head down there, then turn right. And then you just walk down here for a bit. And I'm assuming that we turn right here, but it's got private land. Liability will not be accepted by the owner contractors for any injury or damage sustained by trespassing. Is this the way, Hen? Also, I've got Henry with me. We're only going to go that way. We're going to go this way. Even though that used to be a path, we're now going this way. Bit of a shame, that would have been interesting to walk through those medieval woods, but unfortunately it's closed off, and because I've got Henry with me, I'm not too keen in breaking trespass laws too many times. But it's still pleasant walking along here. Then we come to what looks like Hightor Farm and Abbey Road, and we turn right on Abbey Road, which looks like a busy road. If we had gone the way I wanted to, we would have came out down there. Then we would have turned right and carried us along this road. Looks like the building around here. We're going to cross over here. Well, we're coming up to a blind limit on the road, so cars coming over the hill won't see us. When you get to the top of the hill, you see another signpost and a yellow way marker, and you turn left here. Henry's not told me, but I'm assuming we go straight on. Is he going to correct me? Is he going to tell me? He's not going to tell me, so it must be right. So we head straight up here until Henry tells me we've gone the wrong way. Just walking out here, you feel like you're in the Peak District, like around like Bleak Low or somewhere like that. It's amazing to see that you're still in Leicestershire. Such fabulous countryside. We seem to be getting higher. Once you get to the top of this hill, just in the distance you can see another yellow way marker. You go through here and carry on along a straight line. The scenery around here is absolutely gorgeous. And I say that a lot, but it's lovely around here. Looks like we can see Bardon Hill from here with the transmitter or relay station. I'm going to do the same thing that I always do. I think that's Bardon Hill with the relay station, the transmitter, the aerial. But I'm sure that's Bardon Hill up there. But we're carrying along through here, through the woods. Then it's just basically carry on walking down here for a little bit, just through that swing gate down there, and you come onto the road. So you get to the swing gate, go through the swing gates, and just ahead of you, the next gate, is Warren Hill. We turn right at Warren Hill. Little change of plan. When you actually get onto the main road, Warren Hill, you turn left. I mentioned right. Luckily, when you turn left out of the field, follow the road, you best cross over because there's a footpath along on the opposite side, and you head towards Abbott's Oak. Then about half a mile up here, there should be a turn to the left that we take, and that should be Charlie's Wood. This all came back to me. We walked down there when we did the Bardon Hill Trig Point, and the pub's just up here, and you never guess what, Henry's whistling for a pint. That's typical of the youth nowadays, and he's not even 14, so now we're going for half a pint, quick half a pint. Yeah, this is a bit of an irritating road to walk along. It's extremely busy, and I wouldn't recommend it. You walk along this extremely busy road until you come to Charlie Mill, the sign Charlie Mill. We turn left here, signpost to Charlie Mill and public bridle way. So you head down here through these ornate gates, and thank God we're off that road. I think 100 cars must have gone past us then. Well, that's Whittick Road. Probably it was an extremely busy road. Just glad to get off there. And we're now heading to Charlie Woods. When you get to the end of this road, got a nice painted gate, and you just go through here. Got a couple of birds in front of us, look like they're mating, just flying off over there. Seen them? Those two birds. Yeah. As you can see, Henry's beating me up as usual. Just filling in for an ambulance today. Those are fancy gates. So that's the Charlie Mill Estate. So we need to go through here. This will take us through, well, past Green Hill Farm, Green Hill Lodge Farm, and basically in Charnwoods now. Then you just follow this footpath. It's obviously easy to see, and also on a hot day it's sheltered, so it doesn't give the opportunity to see the scenery. But there's a manky old sheep over there. I'm sure it'll take offence if I said manky old sheep. Oh, little lambs. Hello, little lambs. I take it that's the one. When you get down to the bottom here, you come across a gate. Obviously we can't go through that gate. In fact, you don't need to go through that gate, but we're turning right just here through this swing gate. I go through the gate, and this is Charlie Woods. Some sort of medieval trench along there. I'm going to say medieval trench, but probably just find it as an old dried stream. Bit of an awkward one this is. When you come here, I'm not too sure whether they actually turn right there or left. I'm assuming we turn left down here. But luckily so far on this walk, we've not got lost once, although it has been quite an easy walk. Let's just check the map. Yeah, we're going the right direction, amazingly. I'm not too sure what woods we're coming into, but we're coming to this dry stone wall, and we've got to cross over here. This area does seem familiar to me, but I'm probably wrong. Then we cross through here. I'll have to look it up, but I'm beginning to feel like this is when I've done the Windmill Fell race. I'm probably miles away from there, but it does seem, like I said before, it does seem very familiar. Then we'll walk around here. I just walked through about 1 million cobwebs now. I need Henry to walk in front of me, but he won't. Do you want to walk in front, Hen? As you walk along this path, to our left is Cat Hill Woods. Be nice to explore in there. Just take a bit of quietness to take it all in. One idyllic place to live. Then as you cross the field, you come to another dry stone wall. You see the obvious path just to your left, and you just go through this hole in the wall. It's actually very hard to hold the camera and balance while you're walking over these, and you keep the hedge is to your left and the field to your right. And once you cross this field, you've now got another stone wall that you cross over. That's a bit easier. I feel like we've gone off track, but we've not. It's round here somewhere, but I do feel that we have, I think, taken the slight wrong path. We're slightly off course, but only by about 10 foot, 20 foot. I think when you get to that dry stone wall, you walk down the side of it for about 10 foot and there's going to be an entrance. But we're now on the path and we've got to head over this dry stone wall, and there's the yellow post over there, so we've got to cross over here. When you come over there, you should just follow straight down here on this easy to follow path that I didn't see, and then you'll see the next yellow waypost way marker, and we just head through there. Then we go through here, and it looks like we're coming to a police dog training camp. Use caution. This be interesting. As you can see, warning, police dog training area used 24/7, use caution. I don't know, it looks like a kids adventure playground really. Actually it looks really nice around here. Jungle trail. Then we need to bear down there. So we got this orange canopy, I don't know if it's there 24/7. We pick up another yellow way marker. It's actually a surprise to see something like this in the middle of nowhere. But it looks like some sort of scout's hut. I can't see dogs doing half of this, but then why not? Equal rights for dogs. Then I'm assuming, I don't know, probably this way. Really don't know. I think, yeah, it opens up out here. Then you can see a orienteering marker just there. But guess what? Took the wrong path. We've got to turn around and take this path here. So if you see the number 3, that's the one that you want. Like, it's got these red posts, but you can't follow them if you don't actually know what they're for. After there's loads of paths out here, all marked off, but we are now on the right path. Archery. Just sold all my archery kit to buy this GoPro. Then I think we're leaving the path now. Well, when I say leaving the path, we cross over this stone wall with a little stile, and we're heading hopefully that way, which is right. It's the right, not right, although we are turning right. Then we come down onto that country lane, onto that farm track, and we should be able to cross straight over. Then it's just a short walk now to, actually forget about all that lot, it's not a short walk, it's still going to be about another mile to the Iveshead Trig Point. The little track, and you'll see a sign saying public footpath. You go through here. I think that blackbird is showing us the way. Or is it shouting to say, no, no, not this way, there's a bull in the field. And by the looks of the markings in the grass, straight over. Across this field, you'll see another yellow way marker, yellow post, and you turn right onto this road, probably the access road for the adventure playground. Or there's an access road up there. They both might go to the adventure playground. So cross over here, Henry's going to show you how you cross a stile. And I'm going to show you how to not cross a stile, no-handedly. So I've got my phone in one hand and my camera in the other hand. You head down here. And you walk along here until you get to the main road. When you get to the top here, you go through this gate. Well, actually, I don't think we're going to get through this gate. They've got it slightly padlocked. They don't want you coming through here. So you go over here and you turn left on Charlie Road. So we're going to now head down there. You've been walking along Charlie Road for a little while. You'll come across a bridle path next to Gilbert Gallop. I thought it was a dog. It might be a dog, but we turn right up here. This is still on a public right of way, so you're not trespassing on this walk. Don't actually trespass much when Henry's here. It looks like you're walking through these kennels or something, through these gates, and you're heading up there. Then you follow straight up here. I don't know if you go through that gate or go to the side of the Rare Breed Survival Trust. Sounds interesting. So there's a yellow marker. I think it might be up here. If not, it might be up there, head, but so just at the top here should be the Trig Point. I'm going to turn left very shortly. I don't know whether it's down there or this side. You can see Ratcliffe Power Station over there, the recycling point at junction 23, so that's going to be Charnwood over there. I hope this isn't windy. So just before you get to that wall, you bear left. We're heading through these woods, but I'm not actually sure which way we go. It seems to be coming to an end, but according to this, there's a way through here. This is why we never wear shorts. So head through here, there's the gate, so go through here. There's any problem, the farmers aren't going to basically keep these footpaths clear, because they don't actually want you here. So go through here, and head down here, all these here. So when you go through the gate, you turn left. You can't go anywhere that way because you've got a wall and barbed wire. So just keep this way. Watch out for the bracken and the midges and the spiders' webs. Just got to get through here. We're almost out of it. Here we are. So just coming out of the woods. Wasn't exactly the same route that my map took us, but that's probably an old route, and also it's very overgrown, and we're just following other people's routes. I think we'll head over into that corner there. I'm not sure whether we're actually on the right path or not. I've got a feeling it's in the next field. But when you get to this gate, you go through the gate, and just over there is Iveshead Trig Point. What a fantastic spot. We'll find out whether we're supposed to be in that field in a minute. By the looks of it, we're in the right field. So just head up there now. We're hoping vandals or whatever. Then there's this bit of a gap in the dry stone wall. We're now going to try and find a way up. Looks like we're going to be doing a bit of mountain climbing up here. But we just head up here. There's a video I've not got me GoPro and chest mount. But Henry the Mountain Goat is taking the lead. I might have to stop filming while I get up here. Almost at the top. I just hope we're near the Trig Point. Oh well, we're climbing up the wrong part. There's the Trig Point. Ooh. There's the Trig Point just over there. Oh, that was challenging. I think this is, I'd say this on most of them, but this is definitely a brilliant area for a Trig Point. So this is Iveshead Trig Point, our 29th Trig Point. The spiders on there. It's very windy, having to hold on. The plates on there. It's a little bit cracked. I don't know whether the wind's going to pick up on the mic. So I came sort of prepared. That's the view. There's Loughborough over there. Let me think out loud. Beacon Hill. That's the view. So once you leave the Trig Point, you head down towards where you can see the new builds. And there should be obviously I'm looking at this using the OS map and then Strava. Hopefully this is right. Around here somewhere. He's gone to mountain goat mode. I think he's found the exit. Front mode. And just slowly jumping down here. Here we are. So you come to this path. When I say path, more like a tractor tracks. Head through here. I don't know if this actually picks up on the mic, but it's extremely windy. Side of the hedge, then you come to this gate. Basically, yeah, I'm going to say it's a gate. I know there's nothing there, it's just a hole in a dry stone wall. But we go through here, and then we go straight on down. This will take us on to the hedge. And straight down here until you get to the road. And you've got a lovely view just in front of you of the reservoir. When you get to the bottom here, there's a stile. Actually, I don't know. You go over this stile and you squeeze through there, and that takes you out onto the road. Henry's going to show you how you do it. He's a professional at stiles. He does it in style. It's going to take so long, I'm going to get bored. And just down there, when you come out of the field, you turn right onto Iveshead Road, and we'll walk back to the Jolly Farmer, whilst Henry wants a pint of, I don't know, probably ginger beer. Knowing Henry, he'll secretly have a pint of Coke without me realising. Hey up, that's a nice little upper. Have a look in there, Hen. Not too sure what this place is. Probably it's going to stink of pee. Probably a crack den. Go on, Hen, you going in, or does it stink of pee? Oh. Might be some sort of pumping station. All flooded. There's an overflow for something. Sample taps. But it's not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. Then when you get to the roundabout, you cross straight over, past Monastery Gardens. Monastery Gardens is where we park the car down. But we're not going to go down that way. We're going to walk to the Jolly Farmer, have a pint, then walk down the side, the footpath leading down the side of the Jolly Farmer to the car. And there, just ahead, is the Jolly Farmer. I just hope it's open. We watched one of my favourite YouTubers, Geo Wizard, and he did this walk, got to his pub, and it was closed. After you've had a quick little pint, well, it's a quick little pint, after you've had a pint at the Jolly Farmers, you turn down Jolly Farmers Lane, and by rights, this should take us back to the car. Oh well, that's another walk done. We've done 7.87 miles. We've visited quite a few interesting places, including the monastery, the hills, the reservoir. A little bit disappointing, but you never know what to expect when you do these walks. I really enjoyed doing the monastery. That was interesting seeing it around there. Going up to Iveshead Trig Point, that's actually, I've got to admit, one of my favourite trig points, and then down to the Jolly Farmer for a pint. The whole walk was actually very, very enjoyable, but a little bit windy at the top of the hill, but then, you know, you don't know, it's going to be windy at the top of the hill. But if you enjoyed this walk and you'd like to join me on another walk, that'd be fantastic. And if you do enjoy what I do, like and subscribe, and I'll see you again on another video. See you soon. Bye.